All right, hello guys. We are gearing up here, making sure we got everything set for hole number 8. And one of the small notes that I do want to make to you guys about hole number 8 is the fact that I remember with a Kingmaker I was very close to max. I was very, very close to max with my shot yesterday. So getting it up there towards that fairway edge could be very beneficial. So I do recommend taking advantage of that. As you can see, I don't think really going left here is going to be, it's doable technically, but it's not something that I would recommend. And like I said, just trying to kind of cheat the left as much as possible here, hopefully staying out of the rough. I worry that if you do hit the rough, this might actually be a good hole for Amazon, for me to put Amazon, so I could just kind of thread it up through there and maybe still get to the green. But if you hit the rough here on this tee shot, you're pretty much toast. But at the same time, if you don't get up there aggressively enough to the edge of the rough, well, you might need to go into power on your approach, so you're not really doing yourself any favors trying to get the hole out. So a couple of things that you need to consider for this hole. Now, I remember I did go at this more with some backspin yesterday. So let's see if I can't set this up. 3-ish bars or so. Somewhere in there. There's 5 rings. There's at least, 8 or 9 rings. Not too worried. Like I said, you just want to kind of get it up here towards the end, but not into the rough. So there you see me getting very aggressive. But with the extra backspin, I was hoping it was going to stop, and sure enough it did. So be somewhat conservative, but also aggressive. Like I said, you can see this guy's right at it. So if you don't get aggressive enough, you're just going to need to go into power. And definitely, in my opinion, bring a side spin ball so you can stay away from this bunker. So let's see what we can do here. And let's just see how close I am into max. This is probably, as close as you can get. Max is still right here. So you probably want to keep your drive between maybe right around 310. I think I hit 317 or something, 319, somewhere in there. You see here we're not into power quite yet. I'm going to just kind of under 1 backspin here. I kind of angle it just a little bit, and we are going to count up rings from this point. Right around 11, 12 rings. Just kind of hold the line just a little bit. Another great ball, but at least it's to the left this time. That might not be the end of the world. Let's see what that looks like. Nope, it is. It didn't even run out. So you do need to do a little bit, I did do some of the overcorrection. I went a little bit beyond, plus I kept the ball trail past the hole, but it just wasn't enough to kind of counter and overcome all those obstacles. And like I said, the great ball left was going to make that shoot to the left, so I wasn't going to quite make it. But also keep in mind, the compression of that ball guide with that second shot that you're going to need to, especially since you're going into power, that you're going to need to add a few extra. I know I went at least probably 12 rings there, so it's even more. So here's this, just as a little supplemental thing. Let's see what the wind, no, but we didn't get the wind. I was going to do this bunker shot. I would have set up to do this shot. Well, I mean, I'm obviously still going to set up to do it, but so I'm just going to kind of set up to the right like this, and I know it's just going to pitch to the left a little bit on its own. So you'll see me play the rings kind of straight up, max club here. And let's see what this looks like. Like I said, this is going to be your best chance to holding it, but it also, I mean, as you can see, I'm starting to get very close to the left edge to where it could potentially roll down the hill. It's just not worth the risk, in my opinion, to go for that shot. One little wrong fairway bounce or whatever, and you could end up sending it down the hill altogether. And like I said, if you do go down that hill, especially if you stay on the green, you will not make the putt. You won't get it to the hole at all, and that's one of the reasons that you see me playing hole 7 with Rocket, just to eliminate the hill altogether. Just concede it to the right of the hole. Maybe you can get a little aggressive, but if you do hit that, if you saw my shot when we played this hole, if I hit the fringe, I basically just concede it and say, well, oh well. We got our birdie though. Let's see what this does. So if it stopped there, technically you could make the, let's see if this rolls off into the fringe. Even that doesn't roll off into the fringe. So that putt, you cannot reach the hole from there. So it's the last place you want to leave it. So keep that in mind when you guys are doing that hole in Masters, as you just want to give it the utmost respect just in case. So good luck there. See you guys on hole 9.